Franklin in the Dark. Paulette Bagoy and Brenda Clark. Franklin could slide down a riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could zip zippers and button buttons. But Franklin was afraid of small, dark places, and that was a problem because Franklin was a turtle. He was afraid of crawling into his shell, dark shell, and so Franklin, the turtle, dragged his shell behind him. So there he is by the pond. He's pulling his shell instead of being inside, and look, he's looking back at his shell. Every night, Franklin's mother would take a flashlight and shine it into his shell. "See," she would say, "there's nothing to be afraid of." She always said that. She wasn't afraid of anything, but Franklin was sure that creepy things, slippery things, and monsters lived inside his small shell. Dark shell. See, there's a flashlight right there. So Franklin went looking for help. He walked until he met a duck. "Excuse me, duck, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," quacked the duck. "You see, I'm afraid of deep water. Sometimes when nobody is watching, I wear my water wings. Would my water wings help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of water." So see, there's the duck. Shows her water wings on. It's cute. I like it because they show the fish inside down in the water, below the water there. So Franklin walked and walked until he met a lion. "Excuse me, lion, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," roared the lion. "You see, I'm afraid of great, loud noises. Sometimes when nobody's looking, I wear my earmuffs. Would my earmuffs help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of great, loud noises." So there's a big lion, and he's doing his big roar. See what he has on? His earmuffs. So Franklin walked and walked and walked until he met a bird. "Excuse me, bird, I'm afraid of small, dark places. I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," chirped the bird. "I'm afraid of flying so high that I get dizzy and fall to the ground. Sometimes when nobody's looking, I pull my parachute. Would my parachute help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of flying high and getting dizzy." So there's the bird. And then here's a bird over here flying high, and he's got his parachute. His parachute's letting him drop to the ground slowly. So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a polar bear. "Excuse me, polar bear, I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" See, look at that big polar bear, and Franklin's way down here with his shell. "Maybe," growled the bear. "You see, I'm afraid of freezing on icy, cold nights. Sometimes when nobody's looking, I wear my snowsuit to bed. Would my snowsuit help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of freezing or ice on icy, cold nights." So see, there's the bear, polar bear. He's putting his snowsuit on. He's got a big furry jacket over here. His stocking cap on. So he dresses warm on icy cold nights. Franklin was tired and hungry. He walked and walked and walked until he met his mother. "Oh, Franklin, I was so afraid you were lost." "You were afraid? I didn't know mothers were ever afraid," said Franklin. So there's Franklin's mom. She has her big shell on, doesn't she? There's a butterfly up here. A little lizard sitting on the rock in the sun. Here comes Franklin. He's a rope, pulling his shell. Well, did you find some help? She asked. No, I met a duck who was afraid of deep water. She said. So now he's telling her all about his adventure while he was walking. Then I met a lion who was afraid of great loud noises. She said. She's very interested in what he has to say. And then I met a bird who was afraid of falling and a polar bear who was afraid of freezing. Oh, she said, they were all afraid of something? Said Franklin. It was getting late. Franklin was very tired and very hungry. They walked and walked until they were home. So there's Franklin's mother. Here's Franklin pulling his shell with his rope. Look out here in the water. You see a great crane out here. See how tall he is to the water? Franklin's mother gave him a cold supper and a warm hug. And then she sent him off to bed. Good night, dear, she said. So she's giving him a great big hug right there. She was glad he was home. And look, see Franklin's toys? He has a toy turtle and some blocks. Well, Franklin knew what he had to do. He crawled right inside his small, dark shell. He was sure he saw creepy things, slippery things, and a monster. But he said a brave good night. And then, when nobody was looking, Franklin the turtle turned on his nightlight. Wow, so he put a nightlight inside his shell. Good thinking, Franklin. You can click the link below for homeschoolforlife.org to see more books and resources. Thank you.